With Kaepernick, he's a good quarterback. He's got a great skill set. And the truth is, I think a lot of 49ers fans, made the mistake of expecting, when they saw Colin Kaepernick come in and take over for Alex Smith, and they went to the Super Bowl, they got to another NFC championship. I think so many Niners fans are quick to say, okay, this is the Colin Kaepernick we're going to see every week. He's only going to get better. He was still a developing quarterback at that time. And it seems like many people are so quick to give up on it.
Are you listening?
49ers! July. The most boringest month of the year for the NFL fan. We get all 12 months, but this one is just a little slow, little leaks of news coming in and out of there, but nothing intriguing or exciting like it's going to be in 3 weeks when the guys reconvene back out in Santa Clara and we start seeing what we got here. Can't wait for that. So I thought I'd take this time out to go ahead and get with you and let's decide who you like amongst our fabulous warriors. And this week, Colin Kaepernick has been chosen as the flavor of the week. Gotta be the most intriguing guy on the lineup, right? Colin Kaepernick comes into the league, takes over for Alex Smith, takes us right to the Super Bowl. We're thinking, oh my God, what do we got here? The next year, well, we lose the Super Bowl by just a little bit. We should have won that game. Don't get me started on that because I'll be here for an hour and a half. But let's move to the next year. 49ers, we're back to the NFC Championship. Colin Kaepernick is for real. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, these guys don't mean a thing to Kaepernick. He can beat them because of the way he plays. This dude's got a style that can't be contained. So we lose a game to the NFC champion Hawks that year. They go on to beat Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos with an ease that we could have done the same thing. So the 49ers say, we're not going to waste any more time with this guy. Set him down. Let's give him a real quarterback contract. Little did we know, that reward was really a bullet into the career of an up-and-coming superstar. And I still believe this happened. It was never confirmed. But I think the York family is worried about their investment. They're paying Colin Kaepernick these big bucks. Trent Baalke probably suggests, well, what we might do with Colin Kaepernick. Let me do a Trent Baalke. Well, what we might do with Colin Kaepernick, let's cut back on his running a little bit. Maybe in the postseason when it's really more important, but let's get him in that pocket and let him conduct the offense from there. And then, of course, the word comes down from there to Jim Harbaugh. So the 49ers go out and they get all these receivers, right? We're going to make Colin Kaepernick, he's going to run the spread offense. He's got all kind of weapons all over the field. They were good weapons, but that's not Colin Kaepernick's style. This guy's a guy that stretches out plays, extends them. He's got guys, they don't know what to do. That was the essence of Colin Kaepernick. And Colin Kaepernick throws better on the run than a lot of quarterbacks do standing in the pocket. We go away from the run game, which is also essentially a part of what was going on there. All the magic and chemistry was taken out. I still remember Frank Gore. Man, Frank Gore, what was the statistic? If Frank Gore runs for 100 yards, we win. You got Gore doing that. We're playing smash mouth football. We're wearing out the defense. They're getting tired by the third quarter. But we're not doing that anymore. We've got Colin Kaepernick conducting the offense from the pocket. I still remember Gore. He'd be standing right next to Jim Harbaugh. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. He was wondering why he wasn't in the game. Remember all those photos of Gore standing there looking all depressed and dejected? There was a few times when Harbaugh be standing there, if you didn't see, somebody bumped. Yeah, what is it, Frank? Coach, can I play? So therefore, now you're taking away the weapons, you're taking away Colin Kaepernick's legs. Now what do we have left? We have no scoring ability. So now the defense is on the field too much, we're starting to get beat. That is exactly what happened. And then, now, all of a sudden, it's Colin Kaepernick's fault. It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Why didn't somebody think about, why don't we maybe design a game to fit his skill set? Ooh, there's a concept. No, we're gonna force that square into a round hole and end up what we ended up with. Fast forward to 20 right now, and here comes Chip Kelly. Once a bold, brash, arrogant, and cocky, Colin Kaepernick is now a man without any swagger. His confidence, he's confused. I just wonder, can Chip Kelly, can he revive that? Because Kaepernick's got to go, the browbeating, the strain, the connection between him and the front office hasn't been damaged to the point they can return. It sounds like it. From that last meeting, it sounds like Cap is ready to roll. We'll have to wait and see on that. So now here comes a contest. Blaine Gabbert versus Colin Kaepernick.
Ronbo!
Yeah, what's up,
That's
big guy?
the truth.
Yeah.
Got so bad last year, I tweeted up Jed York and suggested you to be the coach.
You went too far with that.
Well, hell yeah, I did. But that's how bad things have gotten. Even you could have done better. Chip Kelly football may be a fit for Cap, though, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Can't wait for camp to open back up. I bought tickets for preseason games last week.
Oh, we going?
No, Ronbo. You be trying to get to the car before the game is even over. I ain't attending no more games with your ass. Anyway, I'll holler at you.
Oh, now see here. Wait a minute. Let me. Wait a minute. Made me sound like a 12-year out of Seattle. Listen, we haven't been to a game in Levi's. I've not been to a game with MC at Levi's yet. That happened in Candlestick Park. You know what the traffic situation was like? I did it a couple of times, okay? Just like everybody else, when the game is completely decided, get out to the car, get out on 101, and let's get out of here. If you're going the other way, whatever. I don't have to explain that. Let us now go and meet the man who picked Colin Kaepernick for this week's Flavor of the Week. Bam! Let me introduce to you Art. And of course, you know Art as the Niner Man, if you are friended him on Twitter, and if you haven't, you should by now. Art, so hey, Art, I want to thank you for joining me today, man, because after the 4th of July weekend, how are you feeling right now, man?
I'm good. I'm all right. Just enjoyed some time by the pool. Nothing crazy. I'm good. How are you? How was your holiday?
It was good. It was subdued, kind of, a lot of eating, sitting around, talking to people, and just basically being kind of cool. But it's holidays like this in the summertime. They're all about eating and over drinking. I stay away from that, Art. Still feeling good 24 hours later. So you know what I'm saying? This is okay. I'm ready for the next holiday even.
Sure, of course, man. Always ready for holidays.
Well, let's just get down to business, man, because as you know, we're covering everybody's fave 49ers for the next few weeks. Actually, we got 2-3 weeks before the season comes back into focus and guys reconvene back into camp. And I know that you, in fact, unconditionally, Colin Kaepernick is your main man. We also know that Colin Kaepernick has now split the love. It goes in two spectrums now. There's extreme love, and then there's on the other side, there's a dislike with a sort of almost an equal passion. Art, is this misguided? Well, you love Colin Kaepernick. Explain to people why it's ridiculous not to love Cap.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? Before I get right into that answer, I think when it comes to 49ers football fans, there seems to be a problem over the years. Sometimes there's people that didn't like Steve Young. I remember some people that didn't like Jeff Garcia. They weren't too happy when Tim Rattay came. And now with this current problem, in the past, starting with the Harbaugh rift, there's some 49ers fans that don't have anything bad to say about the front office. So, having said all that, with Kaepernick, he's a good quarterback. He's got a great skill set. And the truth is, I think a lot of 49ers fans, made the mistake of expecting, when they saw Colin Kaepernick come in and take over for Alex Smith, and they went to the Super Bowl, they got to another NFC championship. I think so many Niners fans are quick to say, okay, this is the Colin Kaepernick we're going to see every week. He's only going to get better. He was still a developing quarterback at that time. And it seems like many people are so quick to give up on him. And like you said, there's people who are for him, some who are against him. I just think in this situation now with Chip Kelly, as long as the offensive line can protect him, if he learns the offense, if he studies the playbook, I think he has to be the starter. It's plain and simple.
I like that. That's a clear answer because it's you get this argument going on. You've been to all kind of because you do a column, you do things all the time with the fans and things like that. You've seen some of the venom being spilled. Some of it is unjustified. Some of it goes a little bit over the top, and then some of it is just plain old bias. So yeah, I agree with that. And when we think about what happened to Colin Kaepernick, as you mentioned, the front office issues and things like that, that wreaks havoc with a player's performance, but of course it does. So, but it was impressive watching him come back and make that conference he did a few weeks ago, and it made it seem like he's turned the other cheek. I'm looking forward to camp when he comes back. What do you see in Colin Kaepernick's future?
For now, like you said, he did come out and he said all the right things. I was really happy to see that. There was a time I probably didn't expect that because I thought he was going to get traded to Denver. But for what I expect for this season, like I said, I just hope that he could just learn the playbook. I hope he could just play hard. And, he already said this coming off, this offseason, the one we're in right now, this is open competition between him and Blaine Gabbert. He's not approaching it with a negative attitude. He's not saying things like, hey, I'm the starter, I took us to the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, he did take the 49ers to the Super Bowl, but he's emphasizing open competition. And you know what? In my opinion, that's what good quarterbacks have to say. He knows it's open competition, and I truly believe that if he gives it his best in training camp, that job has to be his.
Unlike Sam Bradford, who started crying about drafting another quarterback. So you're right, Cap showing what a man he is as in comparison to. I tell you, if you're like me, all right, man, you cannot wait to see this. This is going to be the marquee matchup of the entire. I mean, we got the wide receiver situation is going to be one. That's going to be another off the hook because we got so many wide receivers and they're trying to find out who's going to be who's going to make the team, who's not going to make the team. Then you got the cornerback situation. We got battles roaring in every position except for maybe middle linebacker. That's got to be it. So can't wait. Jerry Rice, your all-time fave. How come, man?
Just since I've started watching football, I've been watching football for a long time. I don't know. It seems like almost all of my favorite players usually need to be wide receivers. I mean, there was a time, of course, when after Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens became my favorite wide receiver. And we know, hey, of course, you expect this. Eventually, that changed. But I always liked Jerry Rice from the start. I mean, of course, it was great to see Joe Montana, throw him some great touchdown passes. I loved watching Jerry Rice playing with Steve Young. Jerry Rice, I just loved watching him play. He led by example, a great leader. I mean, he cared so much about winning that even after he retired, he even said that he regrets that he didn't have more fun. It's like it was all about just 110% at practice every day.
Way too serious, man. 22 TDs in 12 games. That record is still untouched. I got a feeling it's going to stay that way for eternity, too. All right, real quickly, man, you got to tell me, man, because this is my pet peeve. I've been asking everybody. I ask strangers and everybody else, can we beat the Seattle Seahawks this season, or do I have to wait until next year?
I'm sure you want a quick answer. And I don't want to just come out and say the word no. I mean, because when it comes to rivalries, lots of times you say with rivalries, you throw the record out the window. But for this next upcoming season, I'm going to have to say it. No, we're not going to. I don't think we'll beat the Seahawks next season. We still got. There's a lot of room to improve. I mean, we don't know what the defense is going to show us. I mean, will we have a pass rush? And not only that, will we be able to stop the run? Because Thomas Rawls is the one who destroyed us in that game at Seattle last season. Marshawn Lynch wasn't even playing. And Thomas Rawls looked like Jim Brown in that game against our run defense.
That's about right. 200 yards. Nobody's ever ran for 200 plus yards. I still remember the number. I think it was 212 yards of just molesting the 49ers, arm tackling. He was running through guys like And Rawls is not that big of a guy. And he just abused the 49ers. So yeah, I got to think about that. But all right, let me say this about that. Rawls is nursing a sore knee. He may not be 100%. This is another thing. We'll wait and see on that one. I'll get back to you on that one. You know you got to give me the holler, right? I'm going to count you down, and all of a sudden you put yourself out of Levi's Stadium. We just scored a touchdown. Cap just ran it in from 10 yards out. Your reaction would be 3, 2, 1.
Niners!
See, that's real. Cap hasn't done that in a long time himself.
Well, I'd like to see him do that again, that's for sure.
Thank you, Art! Well, I tell you what, in a few weeks, get ready. The media's going to be all over this Kaepernick versus Gabbert thing. They're going to be out there starting rumors and pushing lies. Just want to get ready for that, because a lot of what you're going to hear is going to be misconstrued statements and anything that can get a rise going on in clicks. It's going to be rough. Okay. Anyway, coming up Sunday, of course, the 49er fans meeting. Go to the Ronbo Sports app. You'll get all your instructions you needed right there. Listen, the Ronbo Sports app, you know by now that I've changed that. I migrated to another new app. What I wish you would do, just like you did for the other app, please go into the App Store and leave a review, or the Google Play Store. And just say good things. You're not going to say good things. Look at the app first and see if you like everything, and then say what you feel. Okay, do that for me, will you? All right? And about this weekend's meeting, also, as per usual, on Facebook fan page, all the instructions will be there as well. And on Sunday, the day of the gathering, of course, instructions will be there. 15 minutes will the links be posted, all right? 15 minutes before you go in, check things out, and that new link should be there as well on Instagram and Twitter. All right? I tell you what, I'm still trying to get over MC Niner telling people that I left the game early. Okay, anyway, hit like if you do, share, and subscribe, please. I look to see you on Sunday.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your sacred stone.